Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Happy Tuesday, you guys. I am so excited to be here. So, my name is Terry Carey. I'm over here on TikTok and then I'm also over on YouTube. I like to do YouTube because it will be recorded and then that way people can go back and watch the replay. Today, we're going to talk about free ads, creating ads that will convert, helping you to find your perfect customer so that you can start growing your brand online. And this is what I'm doing. This is what I am doing. I'm learning how to grow my brand online, and I want to help other people do the same. I've been in the online space now as far as like building out a business for a very long time. I've went through a lot of trainings. I was a leader in a network marketing company, and I was actually a leader in two different companies. Prior to that, I was just one of those kidnappers, and I would do a lot of um, direct selling through my salon. I'm a stylist and a salon owner, and I found a lot of value in selling more products than just the products that were on the shelf in the salon and just standing behind the chair and doing services. I love what I do. Do not get me wrong, you guys. If you're one of my clients, you know I love you and I value you so much. But as I'm getting older, I'm finding that it's a lot harder to stand behind the chair without getting worn down. At the end of the day, I'm exhausted. And so for many years, I'm a mom of five different girls. I have four beautiful granddaughters, and for many years, I have spent time chasing the dream, chasing the American dream, so I could like go ahead and share with my kids and give them all the things, right? But I was also trading time for money. So I have found some things that I can do to shift that where I'm not trading time for money anymore. I can do a 2 hour workday, and placing free ads is part of the 2 hour workday that we're going to talk about. Okay. If you don't, I didn't even know that you could do free ads on the internet. Like, I didn't even think about it. I mean, I know there's like Craigslist and things like that, but I didn't know. So when I found this program and they talked about being able to place 200 free ad, or having 200 free ad websites, I was like blown away, and I was super excited about it because it's something that will basically build your funnel. If you don't know what a funnel is, we're going to talk about that as well. Not today, but in the future. So make sure that you're following along on my page. Make sure that you're liking and you're commenting and you're, maintaining the connection between the two of us, because I'm going to drop a lot of value. I'm going to really be honing in on what it is I'm learning. And then as I'm learning it, I'm going to be sharing it with you. I'm also going to share with you the process that I'm learning in case you just want to go in and deep dive on your own, because there's a lot of value inside of that program. I'm inside of what's called the Legacy Builder program. You guys, it is incredible. It is the most, like, I've spent over $18,000 in the last 2 years on courses, webinars, workshops, trainings, and all that. And this particular program, I went with the top tier. There's 4 different ways you can come in. The free ads, the free ads module is in all four section. So even if you started with the lowest one, you will learn how to do free ads. So everybody say hi to Moo Moo. She wanted to say hi. so yeah. So the free ads is also, so there's 4 different ways. There's $100, there's a $300, there's a $600, and there's a $900. I jumped into the $900 program, and the reason why is because when you jump into this program, you have the master resale rights to resell the program. Okay. So when you purchase from me, I get 100% of the profits of that program, but you also have the rights to turn around and resell the exact same thing. If you know me, if you don't know me, okay, because a lot of you probably don't know me, the people that know me will know this about me. And if you follow me, you'll get to know this about me. I am not going to promote something that I'm not A, using myself, and B, that I find a lot of value in. Okay. I'm not going to promote things that are not going to help you. I have a servant's heart. And if I don't think it's helpful, I will let you know. I will be completely 100% honest with you. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still learning how to do the free ads. So I'm about to teach you something that I'm still working on myself. Okay. But I think that it is brilliant. The strategies and the marketing strategies and the trainings that are inside of this program are beyond what I have been learning. And I spent over $18,000. This program, I went big and I went ahead and got the $900 program. Now, again, the reason why is because it gives me the rights to sell all four streams, 100, 300, 600, and 900. The cool thing is you can come in at the $100 level, learn about the free ads, learn about how to find your perfect customer, learn about how to market and those things, and then you can always upgrade. I'm telling you right now, I haven't had one person that didn't come in at a lower level that did not upgrade. Every single person that I know has upgraded. And my goal is to help you get your first sale so that you can turn around and upgrade. All right. There's a lot of people out here that are selling this program. Now, I'm going to tell you the difference between them and me. And a lot of them are great people, amazing people. With me selling the program, you're going to get me as your cheerleader. I'm going to help mentor you. I'm going to help guide you. I'm going to help shorten the curve. I'm going to tell you what I did first because I've made $11,000. Does that mean you're going to make $11,000 right out the gate? No, not necessarily. As a matter of fact, some people aren't making any sales at all right away, but it's because they're still honing their skills and they're still learning. Some people, like my friend Tracy, bought the program from me, and she has in turn turned around and earned, I think it was the last I heard was over $22,000. So she has exceeded me. She's doubled. She's more than doubled what I've earned. Well, 2211. So she's doubled it, unless she's earned more than that, which it wouldn't surprise me. Because she's amazing. She's amazing. But she also had a following already. Okay, so what we're going to teach you inside this program is how to build your following, how to build up your social media. Okay, and the thing about the free ads is the free ads is going to help you do that. All right, so today we're going to do 5 different tips on what you can do to make free ads really work for you and to help you to convert people into your perfect customer. Well, take your perfect customer and convert them into sales, convert them into followers, convert them into your loyal fans. Okay. So number one, what you want to do is make sure you know who your perfect customer is. Make sure you know who you're talking to. 9 times out of 10, your perfect customer is just going to be a younger version of you. What is it that you're struggling? What is it that made you stop your scroll about this specific topic? What made you decide that you wanted to see more of whatever it is you're selling, right? I am training and selling the Legacy Builder program. So when I want to find out who my perfect customer is, I think to myself, Terry, where were you back when you found Heather sharing about the Legacy Builder program that made you decide to take a further look? I can tell you where I was. I had exhausted every single penny in the bank trying to build businesses that I could have massive profit. Okay. But I had not found that super duper success yet. And so I was broke as a joke. And I was laying in bed at night and I was crying myself to sleep. I had my hand out to my poor husband who was sweating his off in the middle of the day because I live in freaking Hades, which is Florida. And I love it. I love it here, but it is hot. It is hot. And so he's outside, he's working, and he'd come in and I would like, babe, I need more money to pay the bills. I never in all of my career and all of my working life had to ask my husband for money like that. You guys, I literally we used to like compare W-2s. Okay. But it has been a struggle. It's because I'm trying so hard to build out. We have a coffee brand. We're building that out. There's a lot of marketing that goes into it. There's a lot of expenses. And so with me building that out, I was taking every extra bit that I was making. And I was actually, I'm not a quitter and I'm not willing to give up. So what would happen is I would turn around and I would take money from one place and I would do another way. So I'm a perfect customer. I am my perfect customer. So when I'm going to create my ad, I'm going to speak to the person who can't sleep at night, the mom who wants to give her kids everything, the mom who is sick and tired of trading time for money, the mom who is tired of the struggle, the mom who is like, tried everything, has tried network marketing, affiliate marketing, direct sales, owning her own business, doing anything and everything, crafting, trying to learn sublimation, following YouTube, and literally thinking to herself, I can monetize that. What else can I do to monetize that, right? That's the mom that I'm speaking to. So when I craft my message, knowing my perfect customer is the number one thing that I need to do. All right. So that's the first step. Know who you're speaking to. Number 2, you're going to find high quality ads that convert and you're going to copy the message. Don't copy word for word. You're going to just copy the message. Okay. So what does that mean? That means if it stops your scroll, then there's something that's speaking to you, and you need to figure out exactly what it is that it's saying, that you can reword it in a way that it's going to sound like you and that it's going to speak to your perfect customer. You guys, inside the Legacy Builder program, we literally have copy paste ads. Like, Michelle has put together a list of ads that we can go in and we can copy and paste them. Now, do you want to shift them and make them your voice, your own voice? Absolutely. You want to shift them and make them your own voice. So again, if you want to learn more about this free ads method, you can go into getdigitalwithterry.com. You literally can purchase the $100 program, and it's going to give you everything that I'm telling you and in further detail. Okay. And then if you like what you see, you're going to want to upgrade, because you're going to learn so much more than this. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about email marketing and building your email list. Later on this week, we're going to talk about automations and funnels. It gets fun. It gets a lot of fun. And as a business owner, like, this is helping me grow my brand, my other companies. It's not just about this specific reseller rate, although I'm making money and learning at the same time, because I'm turning around and I'm selling this exact same program to other people who are looking to grow their businesses online. All right. So finding high quality ads, and then and figuring out where you can go to find them. I already told you can find them inside the Legacy Builder program. Although if that's not something that you're up to doing yet, there are places that you can go to look for ads online. I have a list of 25 places. Sunny, you're on here. Maybe we can make a little list of a freebie that we can give out. And if somebody wants this list, all you got to do is just drop ads in the comments, and we can help you get started with that. And I can give you a list of some places that you can go check out. There are places like Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, Craigslist, Gumtree, Hoobly, AdPost, Oodle, Monta, Merchant Circle, Yelp. These are all places that are online that you can go and you can literally look up what it is that you are. You can look up the ads, and you can find ads that are converting, and you can copy those ads, or you can, I don't want to say copy like plagiarize copy, but you can copy the context of the ads and then turn around and make it your own. Okay. One of the things, okay, so this is creating an ad that's going to be an effective ad. There are 3 things. This is number 3. There are 3 things that you want to make sure that are inside of your ads that are going to help those ads to convert. Number 1 is you want to have your headline. When I say headline, you want to make sure your headline is scroll stopping, as with everything else. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are. Sorry, I have somebody over here that's like saying something that's like driving me crazy. Okay, my brain is like way over here. I can't. All right, let me just focus on the camera and not what the words are being said. All right, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a headline. Inside of your headline, you want to say things like, to your perfect customer, that's going to literally call your perfect customer out. A lot of these times, what you want to do is you want to go and place your ad in specific locations. So you want to pick like maybe 10 big cities, like maybe Austin, Texas, maybe Orlando, Florida, maybe Los Angeles, California. Like, you want to talk to your perfect customer inside of a big city that where there's a lot of people. Okay, you want to place your ads inside of a place where it's going to call people out. So, for instance, instead of just saying "Hey Moms" as the title of your ad, you want to say something like, "Hey Mamas from Austin," or "Hey Mamas from LA, I've got something for you," right? Hey Mamas from Orlando, are you tired of not being able to take your kids to the water park because you don't have enough money, right? Like, there's things that you can say in the headline of your ad that's going to help stop the scroll. So that's the first part. That's the first piece. Then the body is the text, the actual text. And inside the text, you're going to give a little bit of your story, your background, and you're going to tell them what it is that you're offering, what it is that you can do to help them. Okay. Then at the end, you want to make sure you're putting a call to action. So inside that call to action, where is it that you're leading them? Where are you taking them to? For me, I'm either taking them over to my Legacy Builder page that's going to that's going to capture their emails, okay, because I'm trying to build my email list, all right? Or I'm going to bring them over to my Stan Store, which in turn, my Stan Store has the things that I'm selling. And I'm going to try to have my Stan Store help me close the sale, all right? Another place that you can do is have them join you on your social media. So put your links in there, put your links to your TikTok, put your links to your Facebook, put your links to your Instagram, put your links to your YouTube page, right? The places that where you're living and that you're going to be dropping a lot more value, you want to invite them in. You're inviting them into your home, and then you're going to serve them. You're going to serve them with the most value that you can absolutely serve them with, so that they're going to get to know, like, and trust you, and they're going to follow along your journey, and they're going to say, hey, I like where you're going, can you take me with you? Okay, so that's going to be really important. You want to make sure that you're going through, you're making your headline catchy, your body is persuasive, and you want to make sure that your call to action is clear and that you are asking them to join you. And I don't mean like, hey, join my team. I mean, join you for the journey. Hey, follow along, right? You guys over here on TikTok, I'm inviting you to follow along. Make sure you're clicking that follow button. Make sure you're tapping the screen. Make sure that you are, going to that site that's above my head, and you're putting your email in so that we can stay connected, so that you have any questions. You guys who are over here on YouTube, same thing. Make sure that you're following along. Make sure that you are putting your email inside of that site so that we can stay connected. And I'm there. I'm a person that will answer all the questions. So if you have any questions, I can help you out. All right. So that was number 4. No, I'm sorry. Number 3. We're on number 4. Muumu's like, she's prodding me in over here. Come here, Moo. Look, that's my girl. That's my girl. I love my Muumu. Okay. Number 4. Make sure you're adapting the ads to your voice and your brand. You guys want to make sure that you make it sound like you. Like, I know we talked about copy and paste, but again, you're not going to want to, you're going to want to be clear that the text that you're copying, you change it up so that it's you speaking. You're going to use that text for inspiration. You guys, everybody uses everybody's content for inspiration. The biggest influencers will go through the they'll scroll and they'll see other influencers and they'll go, oh, that's a great idea. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody has a coach. Everybody has training. Everybody has things that they do. And then they turn around and they make it their own, and they make it even more compelling because they use their voice. So you want to make sure that whatever it is that you're copy and pasting, you make it more you. Nobody, like, you don't want to just, yes, it makes it simple to copy and paste, but that's also like plagiarism, right? And in the day and age of I can't even talk. In the day of age of something like ChatGPT and AI, you can literally teach this thing to sound like your own voice, and you can use that to help you to convert text into sounding something like you instead of sounding like ChatGPT. Okay. That's one thing. When I use ChatGPT, I'm like, I love it. I use it every single day to help me. But I also am like, okay, that doesn't really sound like me. I need you to help it sound like me. So what kind of things can I tell it? I can tell it, hey, this is this is the message I'm trying to convey. Now I need you to turn around, because chat doesn't really know me. It's starting to get to know me. But because it doesn't really get to know me, I can say, hey, I need you to sound it like Friends meets Gilmore Girls meets Supernatural, because those are 3 of my favorite shows, and those are the people that I would hang out with in real life if I knew them personally. Okay. So, and it's amazing when you give it that clarity and when you give it that direction, some of the words that it comes up with, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I need to change this now. It sounds totally like something I would say. And that's what you want it to do. You want it to convey your personality, because people are going to buy things from people they know, like, and trust. All right. So my personality is, I'm a mom of 5. I have 4 granddaughters. I'm 51 years old. I did a video yesterday because I had some lady tell me that I shouldn't use a filter, and I got all sassy because I'm a sassy stylist and I don't like to put up with bullies. I don't like to put up with people who are like not being nice to other people. I taught my girls, I was like, be strong in your mind, be strong in your word. Don't stand up for yourself, and stand up for people that can't stand up for themselves, and be full of love and grace and honesty, and so people want to get to know who they're talking to, who they're listening to, who they're buying from, right? People that have bought from me know that I'm going to give them my everything. I'm going to do whatever I can to help them to make their first sell, to help them to find success, right? Because I want to see you succeed. If you succeed, then what does that do for me? It gives me more credibility. It gives me more validation. In my mind, it helps me to know that what I'm doing is right because I'm helping you grow as a person and as a business owner. So my job is to help you do that because it ensures me in my mind that I am like doing the right thing, right? I'm showing up in the right place. Nothing gives me more joy than to have a message from someone that says, "Oh my God, I just got my first sale. Oh my God, I was able to pay this bill. Oh my God, I'm able to take my kids on vacation." You know, oh, we got to have like pizza last night instead of rice and beans. Like simple things. That's the kind of stuff that makes me happy. All right. Um, okay. So last but not least, for our made me lose my train of thought. Okay. Last but not least, we already talked about placing the ads, making sure that you're placing them in a strategic area. Again, I have a list. Oh, strategic, talking strategy and ad performance. Okay. One thing about placing free ads on the internet is you need to be consistent with it. And this was very, very inside of our program. This was like emphasized, incredibly emphasized. When you're doing free ads, you want to make sure that you're consistently doing it for 7 to 10 days. That means you cannot measure the performance of that ad unless you're doing it 7 to 10 days and you know that what it's doing. Like if you can't just place an ad and go, okay, I didn't get any emails put into my funnel that day, so now I'm just going to switch it up. No, you have to give it some time because people need to see things like 8 to 12 times in order to actually kind of do what they need to, I almost said something that I know TikTok wouldn't like, so it's just a saying, but still. Um, People need to do 8 to 12 times. They need to see something before they'll actually make that commitment. Okay. Make sure you're placing the ad 7 to 10 times at the bare minimum. I would say 2 weeks. I would say do 2 weeks because that gives you that 8 to 12 like pieces. Because here's what's going to happen. Let's just say Susie goes over and she sees your free ad. Okay. And she doesn't click on it. She's like, I'm gonna go back to that. I'm kind of busy. The kids came in, somebody distracted her. Hello, we live in a world of distraction. I don't know about you, but for me, I have a million distractions. That's why I'm on here at 7 a.m. because my kids are still asleep. My husband's already gone to work, and I know there will be no distraction except for little Moo right here, right? So, and the person that's trolling me, right? Like that's the only distraction that I have. So I can keep my distractions to a minimum. But what happens is if I'm that person and I'm seeing your ad and then all of a sudden my kids walk in or my dog jumps in my lap or somebody comes in and disrupts me and interrupts my train of thought, which is very easy to do. As I get older, it's easier and easier, right? If you disrupt my train of thought, I'm going to forget. And then when I go back to find it again, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I can't find it again. Y'all, I have so many pictures in my photo gallery. I have so many screenshots. Sunny that's on here right now, she's my VA and she can tell you, I have Trello board after Trello board after Trello board of things that I just hoard. I'm literally like a digital hoarder. I hold on to things because I know my brain is going to forget things. So if you're posting those ads over and over and over again, and I'm somebody who could be your perfect customer, then I'm going to like not, it's okay. As long as you're posting over and over again, it's okay because tomorrow when I go back to find the free ad, I'll be like, oh, there she is. I almost lost that ad. Like, thank God they posted it again because I really wanted to take a further look at it, but I got distracted, and then halfway through the day, I'm like, man, what was that thing I was looking at? I wish I could have like wrote that down or I could have remembered where I saw it. Right. So it's really important to continuously be consistent in where you're posting so that your perfect customer will see it over and over and over again. And then you can analyze, is this ad converting? After 2 weeks of posting the exact same ad, if you haven't gotten any leads on it, then there's something you need to tweak. You need to tweak the headline. You need to tweak your message. There's something in there. And some of the things that you can actually include in your ads are links back to certain videos that you're doing, certain things that you think will be valuable to that person. All right. So that's a little bit more advanced strategy. And those are things that we're learning inside of the Legacy Builder program. And again, if that's something that you're interested in and you want to learn more about how to create free ads, how to build your own digital products, how to have a business that's already made and done for you that you can turn around and resell. What are master resale rights? What are private label rights? What are these things that you're hearing about online? Or maybe you've never heard about it before, but it's intrigued you because you're like, I would love to learn how to know, I would love to learn how to make money online, you know? And even if it's not to replace your 9 to 5 job, but maybe just give you a little more, because right now, most people that are doing 9 to 5, they're still not making enough money. My daughter did a video on her TikTok because she's also doing this exact same program. And she talked about the price of toilet paper. You will hear me talk about the price of toilet paper over and over again. I have 7 people living in my house. Toilet paper is like an asset that I'm like, y'all don't waste it. Make sure you don't waste it. Okay. My husband bought a gallon of milk on Sunday, and by Monday, by yesterday, which was Monday, it was like this much left in the gallon. Y'all, it's expensive. We have 24 chickens so that we can have our own eggs. It's not cheap to have your own chickens either, though, because I went to Tractor Supply to get chicken feed and I almost fell over. Spent almost $100 on chicken feed and treats because I want to make sure that the girls are getting fed, so they're giving me the quality eggs that I deserve and that I want, right? You guys, life is expensive. Life is expensive. So if you're not hustling online and doing something in addition to what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, I promise you, you're probably falling short and you're probably struggling. And guess what? You're not alone. There are so many of us that are struggling. So I want to encourage you to take a closer look at the program. You can literally go to the link that I have where it takes you to my Stan Store, and you can put your email in there, or you can go to this site that is listed right here and you can put your email in there, and it's going to get you more information. You're going to get a video from my mentor, Michelle, who is the one that created this program. She's the one that teaches about the copy paste ads. She's the one that I talk about. It's a proven method. It's a proven blueprint because this is something that she developed, she followed, and she is now a self-made millionaire in a matter of 22 months. She has turned herself into a self-made millionaire by learning and earning at the same time, by learning and turning around and sharing, and by turning it in master resale rights. Like, I wish I would have known about master resale rights 10 years ago. I wish that was a thing 10 years ago. My life would have looked so much different now. I wouldn't have woke up 3 months ago crying because I couldn't figure out how to move money around. I ran out of money in one account and my other account was negative, and I was like, oh great, I don't even have money in this account that I can put in that account to cover the bill. Like, it was done. Everything was done. And so I saw my friend Heather talking about this master resale right program. And I was like, I had seen her talking about it over and over and over again. And y'all know what I did when I saw it? I went like this, not another thing. I can't do another thing. Like, I've done everything. And I was in this mindset of, I can't do anymore. You know what? I'm so grateful that I woke up crying that day, and I was crying to the point that I had the bags under my eyes that I could literally fly to Australia with because they were so thick and I had so much luggage, right? I woke up that morning and I got a message from her. She messaged me, not about the master resale rights, not about the program. She messaged me about coffee. She messaged me and said, hey, I need to place an order for coffee. Like, I can't find my link. Can you help? Whatever. What, I don't even remember the exact details of the message. All I know is she messaged me and I went, okay, Lord, is this your sign? Is this your sign that I need to ask more information because I can't breathe and I can't spend another day feeling like this? And so I said, yeah, let me help you with your coffee. I helped her with her coffee. And then I said, by the way, I need you to tell me what it is you're doing because you're posting how you're making all this money and I'm going backwards and I can't breathe and I need help. That was humbling for me. As a business owner, I own a salon and I own this coffee company, and I had to humble myself and admit that I was going backwards. I wasn't gaining progress. And that was so hard for me. It's still hard for me to swallow that because I feel like I should be further ahead in my life. I'm 51 years old. I've made some really bad choices with my money. Not like bad in like illegal ways, more like bad in the ways of like, I wanted to provide things for my kids and I buried my head in the sand and pretended the future wasn't really coming. I was living for the day. I was living for the moment, right? And so by living, hey Jen, by living for the moment, it was costing me so many like so many things. Like I don't like, my future isn't set up the way that I thought it should be. All right. I have no retirement in the bank. I have nothing. I have all my assets within my businesses and I'm very proud. My friend reminded me yesterday, she said, "You're successful. Whether you believe it or not, you are successful." And I said, "I don't feel successful. Like I feel like I still have a long ways to go to pay off the debt that I've accrued and to build myself up to where I'm ahead to where I have something that's going to help me to retire someday." Like right now, I don't see retirement in the foreseeable future, but I feel the retirement in my foreseeable future. If that makes sense at all. Like I don't see it because it's not in black and white, but I feel it and I know I deserve it. And I know that something's going to give. And this program is the one thing that has given me hope. This program is the one thing that I'm like, you know what? This is an incredible program and I am not afraid to share it. I'm bold and I'm brave and I'm like, I'm committed and I'm like, there's so much value in it. Like it doesn't scare me to share it. Like there's some things that I turn around and I go, I'm kind of like doubtful. Like I doubt. And we all get doubtful moments and that's okay too. But I'm doubtful. And when I'm doubtful, it's really hard for me to show up and it's really hard for me to share. But I don't doubt this program at all. I mean, we have winners. There's over 31,000 people inside of this digital growth community. You guys, I started at, there was just over 11,000 people or just under 12,000. Like, I don't remember, somewhere between 11,000 and 12,000 people. And I started at the end of April, like middle to the end of April. And it's only July. Can you imagine? Like, think about the growth. I don't do math very well. So the percentage of what the growth is just incredible to me. Like, that it's grown that fast, that much in just a matter of a couple months. Seriously. That's insane to me. But that's proven. It's showing you that this is freaking gold. What we have inside of this program is gold. And the way Michelle has put it together is just incredible. It's just incredible. I'm very excited to share it. I feel like I'm offering people hope. I feel like I'm offering them a solution. And I feel like I'm offering them a way out where they're not going to like wake up crying in the middle of the night wanting to move money around from one account to another because they don't want to have any more overdraft fees, right? They don't want to have their hand out to their spouse anymore going, "I know you're working really hard and I'm so sorry to ask again, but I really need money." Or going to their kids or their parents, 51 years old, and I'm asking my child, who she's not a child, she's a young adult, but I'm like, "Hey babe, I know that you're on maternity leave and I know that you like saved money for your maternity leave. Is there any way you can loan mom like a little bit of money? And I promise you I'll pay you back." I did pay her back, but that's freaking embarrassing and it's horrible. Like nobody wants to borrow money from their child who saved. Like I taught her to save. I taught her to do what I didn't do. I said, "Don't follow me. Don't follow what I did because I didn't set myself up for success in that way." Right? I always kept thinking like something's going to give, something's going to have more, something's going to someday the success is going to just explode all over me like confetti. And because I just keep working. But I was trading time that I can't get back with my kids. I was on my phone all the time. Yes, they got to do things like gymnastics and karate and swim lessons. And we owned horses. At one point, we had 4 horses. If any of you have ever been horse owners, you know that's not cheap. Like, it's like owning a boat. You're literally just dumping money into those horses constantly. The feed, the vet bills, the hay. We live in Florida. Our grass is terrible. If you live somewhere other than Florida and you have horses, it's probably not as hard as it is because we have sand here. We don't have grass. Like not unless you get into the middle of the state, then we have some grass, but the grass here does not have nutrition in it. So we were constantly having to supplement them. And it's expensive. It was expensive, not to mention the sport part of it. having to pay the sport part of it. My kids wanted to do barrel racing, and so I had to pay for trainings. I had to pay for like entry fees. And I love y'all. And Renee, if you watch this later, I'm not trying to talk bad about you because I know you had such heart when it came to riding and you loved your horses, and I know that's why you're going to vet school right now. But as far as barrel racing went, you didn't really earn enough money to pay for, you weren't like top of your game. Like you weren't going to the NFR, right? Like it's not, you were good where you were in the class that you in the division that you were in, but my kids, they didn't rake in the dollars. And even those people that are making huge money, thank you for all the likes, Jen. Even those people that are raking in all the money riding horses, like imagine the expense of those horses. We had a horse that got a flesh eating bacteria. Okay, that was an expense. We had the same horse cut its rear end on a dumpster, like other horses attacked it because horses have like this pecking order thing. These other horses came up and were like bullying him because that's what they do. They're horses and they have this like leader of the pack kind of thing. And they bullied him and they pushed him into a dumpster and he sliced the back of his hip. It was horrible. You couldn't stitch it. It was disgusting. He was literally stalled. Like we had to put him in the stall for, I don't know, it was a long time. Anyways, these are all things that expenses that came out of our pocket so that we could keep our kids happy that we didn't count on. And it's not that we were trying to be foolish with our money. We were just trying to give our kids the kind of childhood that they would remember. And you know what they remember? They remember all of those stories and they remember all of the good things, but they also remember mom being on her phone all the time. And the reason I was on my phone all the time is because I was building my network marketing team. I was talking to my customers in my direct sales business. I was trying to follow along with trainings. I was trying to learn and earn at the same time for a small percentage. Here's the difference between what I'm doing now with the digital growth community inside of the Legacy Builder program versus what I was doing inside of the um, direct sales programs that I was in, or in the direct selling space that I was in. I was selling someone else's product for a small portion and percentage of their profit, very small. And then I was leading a team to do exactly the same thing for an even smaller percentage. Okay. I was earning money, but it wasn't very much. You guys, I had a car payment, like I had an auto bonus. They would give me $800 a month towards my car for hitting $12,000 rank. That $12,000 was team wide. So I would hit that rank and I would earn you guys, I don't know how to block on StreamYard. Okay, so because it's super distracting. Anyways, okay, so you had to hit the rank of 12K. It was $12,000 team wide, and you would earn an $800 auto bonus. Now, mind you, you had to do it with like the levels had to be like maneuvered where it wasn't all coming from the same place. Okay, it had to be a little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here, right? You had to be leading a team. Okay, it couldn't just be like all you, right? Although I was very customer heavy, very, very customer heavy. I had a lot of customers because I was a go-getter and I was like, I did believe in the products, you guys. Like I said, I don't sell things that I don't believe in. I did believe in the products. What I struggled with was the company and the corporate. Even though we're not working for corporate, like they get in direct sales and people go, oh, don't work for corporate because you have all this, be your own boss. You're not really your own boss because compliance comes down on you. If you say the wrong thing, if you go to the wrong people, if you talk to the wrong people, or if you sell additional products, like you could get shut down. And so there was threats of that sometimes, because I wasn't either saying the wrong thing or I was talking to the wrong people or, you know, and I get it. Like there's FTC rules and you have to stay compliant because the company could get in trouble and all that, right? But I was working so hard and being so diligent with that process so that I could make that $800 car pay, like that auto bonus every month. And then when the pandemic happened, everything kind of slowed way down. It got really, really fast. Everybody said, oh my gosh, everybody's online. This is going to be great. Everybody's going to want to build their businesses online. Da, 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 da. So we all like powered in and it went up, it peaked, and then it just crashed because all of a sudden we realized people don't have money. People don't have money to spend. They're struggling. The world has literally shut down. Like nobody has money, right? So I was making that money, and I was working so hard just to make that money. I had to bring in $12,000 in order to make that $800 monthly paycheck. And then I turned around and I'd spend it on my car, because you had to have a car to get that bonus. You had to show them your VIN number, you had to show them the car, the license, all of that had to be in your name, right? In order for you to get that bonus. So I had a Mercedes. I loved my Mercedes. Okay, I was grateful and I was so excited about it. But when the world shut down and I lost that auto bonus, I still had that payment because the car was in my name. So that just made even more of a struggle for me. The cool thing about having the car is that when you had that car, you could literally like say, hey, I have a car if you want a car like me, right? Which was really cool because I did earn that car legitimately. But okay, where was I going? I was going with the fact that I had to do $12,000 a month in order to earn that $800 bonus. This program is 100% profit. If I sold $12,000 worth of the program, guess how much money goes in my bank? $12,000 minus the processing fees, of course. Like, let's be real. You know, the credit card processing fees and PayPal and places like that want to take their cut too, which I don't blame them. They're banks, and that's just how business rolls. But there's a far cry from busting my hump to earn $12,000 to sell $12,000 and getting the full $12,000 versus selling $12,000 and only getting $800, right? So, and getting my hands smacked if I was selling another product at the same time. That was one of the things that I was like, man, when the pandemic hit, my inflammation markers went way through the roof. And so the products that I was selling, I found they were still helping me in a lot of ways, but they weren't helping me like the way that I needed them to anymore. Like I was still hurting. So my husband and I started the coffee company because the superfoods inside the coffee were very good to help with inflammation, and they were helping me. I drink my coffee every single day. I don't go a day without it because it's helped me to be able to move my body again. Okay, after I got sick, it was like everything hurt. I felt like if you touched me, I felt bruised. I felt broken, right? I needed something. I'm not a huge medicine person, so I didn't really want to do that. So unless that was my last resort, but I wanted to try everything that I could before that. So I tried the superfoods, started drinking that. You guys, it was a game changer in my world, a game changer in my mood, a game changer in my body, my energy, all of that, right? So we dove straight in and we developed our own coffee. I wasn't allowed. Now, we only have coffee. We only have coffee. That's all we have. We sell a few shirts. We sell some tumblers. We even have a journal, right, that we sell. But we don't sell other supplements. We don't sell, makeup. We don't sell skincare. We don't sell any of that. So if my affiliates that work with my company, I say with my company, because I truly want to give them the gift of owning their own business. My affiliates, if they want to sell something else, if they want to sell kitchen tools, if they want to sell, I've got a girl that works with us who she has used the coffee, and she sells Pampered Chef, and she makes donuts with our coffee. She can literally sell her donut pan and the coffee at the same time. I don't care. Right? I'm not going to smack her on the hand and tell her you can't sell more than one thing at a time. That's what they were doing to me with this other company. So this master resale right program, being able to get on here and share with people the correct way to show up, how to have sales that convert, how to have the mindset and the confidence, and to from scratch. I mean, this program even shows you how to create your own TikTok, create your own Facebook, create your own Instagram. If you're like someone like my mom who is not tech savvy at all, I love you, Mom, but she calls me all the time and says, I need you to help me. She literally, the other day, I'm going to give you an example. She still uses Microsoft Word. Some of you probably don't even know what that is, but we use Microsoft Office, right? Microsoft Word. So she uses Works, and she's like trying to send out her letters or whatever, and people can't open them because they don't have Microsoft Works. I said, Mom, you got to put it into Word. And she's like, well, I don't know how. Somebody said, can you send it to me through PDF? And she's like, I don't know how to make it a PDF. I had to go over there and show her. Y'all, it was literally like I've showed her like 10 times. She just is not grasping it. Can you imagine? She's like, is there a video somewhere? I'm like, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. Maybe I need to go look that up for her today. But here's the thing is this program is like someone like my mom could follow along in this program. She could follow along and she could learn how to do all of the things that I'm learning how to do. And she could do it and she could do it at her own pace because it's all done in video format. And then 3 times a week, there's tech calls, and 3 times a week there's people that are on, like last night. Oh my gosh, I just was telling Sunny last night. I know Jen says she's unwell and still able to do the program. Yeah, you can do it from home. Like you can do it at your own pace. If you're having a really good day, I tell you to batch content and make sure that you're showing up and you're doing the dues. If you're having a not so great day, you can show up, but just show up maybe minimal, get your 2-hour workday done, do what you need to do, and then go rest your body, right? So anyways, the cool thing about this is it's all done in modules where you can like take your time going through each module step by step, and then you can rewind and watch again. You can slow it down, you can speed it up. I always do things in a really fast pace. So my husband will laugh because he'll hear the videos behind me going, and he'll hear Michelle or whoever's training inside of that specific video. He'll hear them talking like, 2 times faster than normal. And they'll be like, man, he's like, what kind of supplements are they on? Like, how much are they drinking our coffee? And I'm like, no, I just have them on high speed because I don't have a lot of time and I'm trying to fit this in where I can. So I put them on high speed. Now, if it's something that I'm like, oh my gosh, that was really like crazy good, I need to go back and listen to it, or I'll slow it way down, or I'll make sure that I listen to it when I'm in a space that I can take notes or something like that. Right. So, but I love that you can learn at your own pace. And you can dive in and make your first sale today. Like you could dive in and within just a few hours, if you're dedicated and you're consistent and you're like determined, you could literally have it all set up and running to where you can make your first sale today. Now, if you're like most people, it'll take you a couple days. It takes a couple days because most people don't know how to get the domain and that kind of stuff. It walks you through it. But if you're like me, I had to do that one on slow speed, and I had to go back and rewind, and I had to stop and I had to start over again, like that kind of thing. But I got it done within. Mine took a little bit longer because, to be honest with y'all, I thought it was me and how I set it up. It wasn't. It was my security, because we're running a business in our house. So we have the internet is on high security, and the security was somehow not letting my domain through because I didn't have some sort of like measure on it. So I had to go back in and change it, but I had to call our internet provider. I had to call GoDaddy. I had to call, and I had to be like, so it took me a little bit longer to get going with it, but it's up, it's running, and I don't ever have to look back at it again. I don't ever have to touch it again. My website is up and it's going, and I'm like, whoo, that one's done. I'm done. Right. You could also go inside the community and find someone who is really good at tech and like just hire them to do it. If you have a little extra money, I think it's $150, but yeah, I did it all myself. And I'm not a tech expert. I'm learning about content creation. I'm learning I love apps. I'm like an app hoarder. Like if you look at my phone, like I have a ton of apps. So I'm a little bit tech savvy when it comes to apps. I'm a little bit tech savvy when it comes to like Trello and Canva. Like those are my go-to things, but I've worked hard to learn them. Like I didn't just pick them up and go, oh, what's that? Like I'm not afraid to explore. I think one thing about being a tech person is you have to not be afraid. You have to not be afraid that you're going to lose everything. Like I hear so much from like older generations who aren't computer people. They're like, I'm afraid to mess things up, or I'm afraid, what if everything gets deleted? Just make sure you're saving things when you're going along the way, right? But if you are somebody who's afraid to mess things up, there are people out there who can help you. I use Fiverr a lot. I use Fiverr a lot for my business. Or I go to Sunny first and I say, hey, I need your help. Can you help me with this? Right. So I just want to tell you, like, if I can do it, you can do it. If my mom could do it, you can do it. If my granddaughter can do it, you can do it. Like, this business literally is good for anybody who just, if you want to make some extra money. And like Jen, she's unwell and still able to do the program, but maybe she can't commit to doing like a huge amount of time during the day. Or maybe she wants to commit to doing it a lot more because she really wants to make progress, right? You can choose. Do you want to make grocery money, mortgage money, or life-changing money? That's the three categories that I put you in. If you want to make grocery money, get that $100 program, get your feet wet, get started, see what it's about. You can turn around and resell the same exact program for $100, 100% profit. If you want to make mortgage money, then you're going to need to step it up, and you're going to want to go to like the $600 program, right? 3 or 600. Get you your first sale. And then if you want to make that life-changing money, like Jen said, we're working on getting her sales so that she can turn around and upgrade and get that $900 program, because every time you sell the $900 program, you make $900 profit. And you could sell one a day, and that's over $368,000 a year. Y'all, $368,000 a year. Doesn't that sound good? I mean, it sounds good to me. I would love to make that kind of money. So anyways, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I usually go over the tips and the things that we're going to go over, the valuable stuff first. So that way we can just chit chat in the end. And if you have any questions, I'm here. Thanks, Jen. So if you want to join me tomorrow we're going to learn about emails and what it's like to build your email list. For me, I try to get people to go in to Get Digital with Terry. Put your email in. We can stay connected. You'll get a list of the different things that we're going to go over, on what days specifically we're going to go over. You'll get a link to my different social medias so that you can connect with me there. You can get to know me. You can ask me any questions and that kind of thing. So tomorrow is going to be more about email. And then on Thursday, I think we're going to talk about automations and funnels. And then Friday, I forget what we're going to talk about Friday. I'll have to go back and look. Let me see here. Friday, we're going to talk about, time management. You guys, I love talking about time management and productivity, because I'm going to share with you some different things that I do for time blocking and some different ways that you can have the strategy to get everything done in a small period of time, right? So we work within a 2-hour workday inside of this program. That is the goal. Not everybody does it. Some people can work in the nooks and crannies and can only get like a half hour to an hour done a day, and that's fine. But some people choose to work 6 to 8 hours a day doing it as a full-time job because they see the benefits of it. So we're going to talk about time management and what it means to work a 2-hour workday and how you can be productive within inside of a 2-hour period, and some of the things that you can do to help yourself stay on target. Because for me, I get squirrely brain and I get very easily distracted. And one of the things that helps me with my time management is showing up at 7 a.m. instead of waiting till later in the day when my energy is down and the distractions are heavy. All right. So thanks, Jen. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for showing up. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern, and I'll see you guys then. Have a good day. Let me go ahead and log out of this one, and then I'm going to go ahead and log out of this one.